Well, the environment's tricky because there's, contrary to what a lot of people believe, there's not consensus about a lot of the environmental challenges in the world faces. But Whole Foods can, particularly in certain areas, we feel particularly responsible for, and I can name a few of those areas. Most people are not conscious or aware of how challenged our seafood sustainability is a big issue and for Whole Foods, and but it's one that hasn't received nearly enough publicity. The fact of the matter is we're fishing out the oceans, and we're doing it probably in our lifetimes. This is like a number of species now are perhaps have gone beyond sustainable. They're already in danger of extinction. And a good example is cod, which used to be the most common fish on the eastern seaboard. When you read early Americans and early early fishermen in the 18th and 19th, 16th, 17th, 18th, 19th centuries, the cod they were unbelievably dense and abundant. And we've reduced cod stocks by, God, about 99% from what they were a couple hundred years ago. And Whole Foods is now working with a couple of, several seafood sustainability organizations, but we are now beginning to label from a transparent standpoint so that consumers will know. We're working with Monterey Bay Aquarium, Blue Ocean Institute, and Marine Stewardship Council to every species we sell will end up be rated, and it'll be color-coded, whether it's in terms of its sustainability, with red being the least desirable and green being the most sustainable, so that people can begin to make responsible choices. Another area, environment, we think is really important, which also flies under the radar to a certain extent, is livestock animal welfare. What we're doing to our livestock animals will someday be viewed as a tremendous ethical crime. Just like we look back on some of the things that our ancestors did in terms of, say, how we treated the Indians or enslavement of Africans, there are lots of different areas where our past is not as good as we would like it to be. I think what we're doing to livestock animals today will be seen 50, 100 years in a similar type of way. Our descendants will look back and they'll say, how could they have done that? I would never have done that. So we're not conscious of what we're doing to our livestock animals, and Whole Foods is very dedicated to a higher level of animal welfare. We've been working with a number of animal welfare organizations, and we've been rolling it out, but we'll have it in all of our stores by January 1st, 2011. We'll have rated every single one of our suppliers in terms of animal welfare. That's over 100 million animals, livestock animals, will have been rated, and thousands and thousands and thousands of suppliers. And we're very proud of that. And that's another example of Whole Foods Market's commitment to the environment or to being more green.